Okay, so the first card you have your past is the King of Cups. Yeah, very complex card. This king's really difficult to read. We can't tell if he's happy, sad, whatever he's doing. So there's a lot of oppression of emotion there, or suppression, I should say, not oppression. Suppression, that's the right word. Suppression of emotion. So someone's suppressing their emotion. So I'm getting a little bit of that there. I'm also getting this kind of, there's this feeling, I just want to be on my own right now. I don't want to deal with people right now. I just want to deal with my problems on my own. If you're going to ask me about things, I really just want to deal with this on my own. I'm getting this in a lot of readings this week. I mean, we're all in isolation. We're all dealing with things on our own. But it's more like people want to do that. It's like, I feel like being on my own. I don't want to talk about this, all of that kind of thing. And I think there was a big issue you did have to deal with on your own, and you felt like that was what you wanted to do, because you didn't want any interference. That's what you didn't want anyone interfering with your thought processes. You're working through something. It's a bit like, when you're listening to music and someone puts music on in the other room and it interferes with your frequency, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I think you've been talking to people, you've been communicating, that's fine, as much as we can these days. But there was something big you were keeping to yourself. A big thing, and you were trying to deal with it yourself. That's what I'm seeing. Because this king's got all this emotion around him, all these waves, water, the waves are going up and down. But he's on this flat piece of stone, so he's on the stable part of the card, and everything else is kind of going up and down around him. So I think to everyone around you, you seemed fine. You were fine. You're a coper. You do cope with things. But again, a lot of the things you were keeping, the problems you had or whatever, you were keeping them inside. That's what I'm getting. Okay, just something else I'm getting here. I don't know where this is coming from, but I just have to say this before it goes out of my head. Maybe you made a big purchase recently. It feels like a heart purchase, something that was in your heart for a long, long time. It's like, I want this, it's in my heart. And then you went out and bought this thing, if this resonates with you. Not many people are buying things right now. I don't know how or why you've done this, if this is you, but it's something, I can see this, it's something you're going to have for a long time. It feels very secure. I think it makes you feel secure having this thing. And it's a really good feeling, a really beautiful, secure feeling. So you've got that around you as well. So that's kind of counteracting this problem you've got that you're not talking about. So that's kind of making you feel a bit better. So you've got that, if that's you. And if you bought something, if you bought this, you bought it at the right time. Perfect timing. I think when you look back and you think, if I had bought this a little bit earlier or later, it would have been terrible. So it was perfect timing that I did that at that time. So that's a really good thing. I'm seeing that for someone. I'm just looking at this in the Six of Swords. So it looks like there's some kind of separation here. This obviously the Six of Swords is about moving away. And there's definitely love. This is about love, because this is the King of Cups. So it feels a little bit on and off between you and someone else. I'm just looking at these waves going up and down, ups and downs. In both these cards, there are waves here. And, I think you've been feeling a little bit up and down about this connection, especially over this past year, 2019, and this year as well. So it's been kind of dragging on for a while, these ups and downs, and you've been a little bit like, I don't know what to do about this. And there's a lot of not talking. I'm getting that as well, not expressing things. So I think they weren't expressing things to you. And there's this kind of dynamic of mirroring. So it's like, well, if you're not going to open up and you're not going to talk about things, I'm going to do the same thing. So it's kind of like you cram up, they cram up, and then you do it because of them, and then they do it because of you. So there's that kind of thing going on there that I'm seeing. So there are lots of ways that they weren't thinking about you, and they weren't thinking about how you felt. They were thinking more about how they felt, and I think that's how you felt. I'm seeing lots of, I'm saying felt, everyone felt everything, but I hope that makes sense to someone. I just want to tell you this, if this resonates with you. I'm I'm not making excuses for them, but there's a bit of an immature energy around them, especially when it comes to emotions. Now, again, it's not an excuse because, adults know the difference between right and wrong. So they know how to treat people. Everyone does. But I keep on looking at these waves in both these cards that are kind of going up and down. And there's this kind of out of depth feeling. So I think they felt a bit out of depth emotionally. That they're not... you were very strong emotionally, or they felt that way about you, or you looked strong to them emotionally. And they didn't. They were very out of their depth. And to them, this is what I'm getting, they felt like maybe they were the weaker person between the two of you, and they didn't like that feeling. And it feels like they're trying to climb out of that or get out of that out of depth feeling. That's kind of what I'm getting. And you can see that in the moon card over here with this lobster climbing out of the depths of the water. So there's lots of water and there's lots of, I don't want to feel like this, I'm trying to climb out of this. And also I want to be stronger. I'm getting that really strongly here. I'm in this weak position and I'd like to feel stronger. I'm getting that with them as well. And there's a little bit of rescuing here as well, which is what the Six of Swords is about sometimes, because this man's helping these people. So again, emotionally, it feels like you've had to maybe rescue them, build them up, because they feel out of their depth emotionally, I'm trying to say. And then a few times they've been like, no, I'm out of my depth, and you've had to build them up, build up their confidence, I think, and say, no, it's okay, it's all right. So I'm getting that kind of thing, and all of that. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful thing. That's what love's about, helping, caring. But it really feels like you've done a lot more of that kind of help and work for them than they have for you. And that's okay. We're not keeping scoreboards. It's just something I'm seeing here. And for some reason, I felt the need to say that, so I did. So, okay, so I'm just going to move on to the Sun card, which is a really, really beautiful card. So, what I'm getting here is there is some kind of separation. I don't know how serious it is, but they do feel some optimism that they might be able to come back and talk to you, and they're going to get out of that out of depth feeling and rise up out of that. So I'm getting that with the Sun card. So they're feeling like, I don't think I'm going to be separate forever. I might be able to rise up out of this, and I might be able to come back and have more optimism in this connection. So I've got that with that. The other thing I'm getting is, this is probably only for a few people, but I think someone needs to hear this. I'm literally seeing a son, as in a male child, that kind of son. So it might be your son, if this is you, it might be a brother. It's definitely family. It's definitely family. And there's a big turning point with someone here. So it feels like whoever this is, they've been around someone who's been, holding them back in some way, keeping them down in some way even. It doesn't feel very good, but they're coming out of that. They're going to break out of this. You can see this big wall behind this child here. So they're going to break out of this wall and they're going to feel a lot more positive. They're going to come out of this. And some light's going to be shed on someone. So if they're around someone who's holding them back, some light's going to be shed on that person, and they're going to say, oh, I realise what this person's like, and they're probably going to move away from that person, and they're going to see more of you after that. That's what I'm seeing here. So if this is you, if they come toward you, I know you're going to be really, really happy to see them, because I'm seeing that separation there as well between you and this male, this son, whoever this is. So be very, very gentle around this person if they come back to you. Don't say things like, oh, that horrible person you were with, they were this and they were that, even though you might be tempted to do that. Just let them speak. Just be there for them. It feels like they've got a lot to process. They've got a lot to go through, even after they've left this person. So that's just the message I'm getting. Be very gentle. Be very careful around this person. See them as someone who's very young again, a very child that you have to kind of protect, because there's a child on this card. So I'm just seeing that. So if that's you, or I hope whoever needs to hear that gets to hear that. So yeah, there's something else I'm getting for someone else. Might be you, might be the same person, might be a different person. I'm getting lots of mixed things here. So these are for lots of different people, I think. So this is for someone, if you've been drifting away spiritually, if that's how you've been feeling, whatever religion you have, whatever spiritual beliefs you have, there's this message here I'm getting really clearly that someone needs to hear, that maybe you need to try and come back to that in some way, whatever religion or spirituality means to you. It's just telling me that you'll feel a lot better, a lot warmer, a lot lighter, like this card. If you go back to something you've drifted away from, it's something spiritual, definitely. It absolutely is. So, and I think in this particular time, when we're all in this position that we're in, you need that even more now. That's what this is saying. So that's the message I'm getting. So I hope that helps someone as well. Okay, so the false card you have your present is the moon. So this is the flip side of the sun, literally. The sun's on one side, the moon's on another side. So this is a very moody, a bit of a deep card, quite a down card. Some doesn't have to be, but sometimes it is. So I'm getting a few different things in this card. And I want to talk about this and the Six of Wands as well, because there are parallels between these two. Now, I think this is about them, because I was seeing this before, that they wanted to rise up out of this, the depths. They felt out of their depth emotionally. Excuse me, my throat's a bit sore. So they felt out of their depth emotionally, just like this lobster, and he's coming out of the depths. And this is what I'm getting. I'm getting, with this love connection, it's like, I want to feel strong. I don't feel strong right now. I want to feel like the strong one. I want to be the capable one. Because I think they see you as someone who's been helping them, which is what I'm seeing here. It feels like if you're in this separation, it feels like they're taking a step back, or they're separating or something like that, and they're trying to get themselves up again and make themselves feel like they're strong and victorious and big again and all that kind of thing. And then it feels like they're going to come back and present themselves to you again after that, after they've built themselves up. So it's kind of like, I want them to see me as something other than how they've seen me before. That I'm getting that very, very clearly. So, they see you as someone who helps them, and I think they want to get out of that. And there's nothing wrong with helping someone. It's a beautiful thing. It's a good thing. But there's this kind of, I want to be seen in my own right. I want to be strong on my own. So I hope that makes sense to you, because that's kind of how they're feeling. And maybe that feels ungrateful to you. Maybe that sounds ungrateful to you because you've helped them so much. And they might be ungrateful. I don't know. That's for you to weigh up, obviously. You can be ungrateful and you can be loving and you can be all these different things. Humans are very complex. They're not all good, bad, or whatever. They're a mixture of different things. We all are. So, that's for you to weigh up. But yeah, they want to feel better about themselves. They want to feel on a more equal footing with you. I'm getting that really clearly. There's victory here. This is what they want. They want to feel higher up, bigger. Because if you look at the Six of Wands, obviously that's about victory, feeling proud of yourself instead of feeling like someone feels sorry for you. Now, that doesn't mean you feel sorry for them, but they don't like that kind of feeling that someone does. That's what I'm getting. So, you might think to yourself, well, I'm just trying to help them. I'm just trying to be kind. And I think they do kind of appreciate that, but they want to feel strong and they want you to see them as something bigger and stronger. So that's kind of what I'm getting, if that kind of makes sense to you. Now, I don't know if I should say this, but I have to say this because this is what I'm seeing. There's a lot of love here, a lot of love. So they've got a lot of love for you. They really, really do. So again, I can't quite see if they're literally away from you or if they've just stepped back, but there's some kind of separation. I don't know how serious this is. But if they have separated in whatever way, they've left their heart behind. They've left their heart behind with you. They do sincerely, purely have feelings for you. And I'm seeing purely because I'm just looking at these two white horses, one in the sun, one in the Six of Wands. Pure, that's what these white horses represent. They have pure love for you. So I have to say that. And, if you feel as if you can't tolerate this anymore, these ups and downs, these up and down emotions, this lack of expression, this lack of expressing themselves, if it's all too much for you, that's absolutely fine. If you feel that way, that's up to you. But this is what I'm seeing coming from them. They've definitely got these feelings for you, but it's like they feel as if they want to get themselves together, come back and present themselves to you. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm seeing here as this kind of victorious, capable person. So I hope that makes sense to someone who needs to hear that. Okay, so the last card you have your present is the Empress. Yeah, beautiful. I love this card. It's like an oasis, this card. It feels so restful, peaceful, beautiful card. So yeah, this is how they see you, the helper, the rescuer, the carer. So whether that's how you are or not, there is some helping there. You have helped them. So yeah, that's kind of, it's kind of like they love that about you. They love that about you, but it makes them feel a little bit, I'm not blaming you, but this is just what I'm getting from them again, a little bit like I'm not quite strong enough. I'm not quite good enough. So that's kind of what I'm getting. So lots to sort out here. It might be that you've decided to go your own way. It might be that you've wanted to separate and that separation's coming from you. So if that's you, I'm not saying this to sway you or make you come back to them, but I am seeing love there. And if I see that, I have to tell you that that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so there's just something else I'm getting here, because this can be about abundance with all this wheat. I'll just leave that up so you can see there's all this wheat in front of this Empress, and wheat represents an abundance, because people in these times used to they used to store wheat, they used to trade it, so it's a form of currency. So there's money here, there's money coming to you. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing two separate amounts here, two separate amounts of money. So it might be installments or something like that. One amount comes in and then another one comes in later, might be that. It's something that's been held back or delayed or something like that. And you've been waiting for this, if this resonates with you. Two lots of money. I'm seeing that again. Two lots, two separate amounts. So it might be that you're thinking about building something up with that money. So it might be that you're waiting for this money to come in and you're thinking, oh, when this comes in, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It might be a business that you're building up. It's something that's helpful to other people. It's something that takes care of people or helps them in some way, because that's what this Emperor is about. So, I think when that comes in, I think you're going to be able to use that money. I'm seeing something growing quite steadily. You're going to have to be patient around this, and you're going to have to work with this as well. But I think you'll be able to do this. I think you'll be able to keep going with this. Steady work. And as a Virgo, you're very patient, you're very organized. That's the message I'm getting here. Success coming at the end of patience, and there's this money boost at the start that's going to give you that boost to set whatever this is up and get going with this. So I hope that makes sense to someone. The first card you have, your future, is the Wheel of Fortune. So again, money. So this Wheel of Fortune literally is turning around in your favor. Money's coming in. And again, with this turning around, it's coming in twice. So it's going to turn around once, one lot's going to come in, turns around again, another lot. So two amounts coming in. Okay, how do I say this? It feels like there's someone who's not all that great, let's say. Someone like that might be at the source of this money. So maybe you've got some bad memories around the person or the place that this is coming from. It might be a settlement with someone who you don't like. It might be a court case settlement or something like that, and you're in opposition with someone, and this money's coming into you and you don't really like them. It might be that. But the source of this is something that doesn't feel all that good to you, but the actual end result, you getting this money, is obviously a good thing. So, what I'm getting here is definitely accept this money, accept this, say yes to this, because you can do a lot of good with this money, and I'm seeing you helping people with this money, and that's what I was seeing with the Empress. So again, say yes to this, even if you have bad feelings around this, the actual money that you get, good is going to come out of that. So I feel as if I have to keep on saying that for some reason. And it's supposed to be your money. It's supposed to be yours. It's meant to be for you. I'm seeing that very clearly there. So with this love connection, there's definitely a return here with this wheel that spins around, and you've got the snake and this jackal coming around and around. So we've got this return coming in again. It feels like you're a little bit wary of this, a little bit worried, because you've got the Sphinx here with the sword up. So it feels like you've got a little bit of guard up around this. Maybe you're worried about the unknown. It might be that you don't want this to happen. You don't want this reunion to happen again. Because I'm seeing a lot of mixed things here. I'm seeing, that maybe you do, maybe you don't. I can't see what you want quite clearly. I can see what they want really clearly. But I'm seeing this decision that's going to be kind of left up to you. So, this decision, this is what I'm getting. This decision's going to be left up to you. So whatever they do, so I'm seeing them coming in. I'm seeing them kind of coming in with this new outlook. Look at me, I've changed. I'm stronger, I'm better in this way and that way and whatever. Look at me. I'm going to offer this love to you. Here it is. What do you think? And so what's going to happen, obviously not in those words. And what's going to happen is up to you. The outcome's up to you. I'm seeing that really clearly because, you've got the victory card, the Six of Wands, right in the center of this reading, right in the center of this spread, I should say. And that's the center point of the whole reading here. So whatever you want the outcome to be, that's what's going to be. So you're going to be in this position where you'll be saying yes or no to them. You'll be saying yes or no. They're presenting themselves to you and you're saying yes or no. So I'm seeing that really, really clearly. And so whatever you want to happen, that's going to happen. And I'll talk about the Queen of Pentacles here as well, and the Lovers as well, because they're all kind of blending in with what I'm seeing here. So again, with the Queen of Pentacles, just like this Empress, this is a mother, this is nurturing, helping, caring. So if this is going to work, if this is what you want, if you say yes to this, it looks like you're both going to have to take a step back from these roles that you're in, from this dynamic that you're in, and you're both going to have to take a look at, okay, what's my role in this? What's your role in this? Let's really think about this and let's change things around. So we've got that. It can work if that's what you want to do. There's definitely growth here. She's in this beautiful garden and there are these red roses. So if you want to manifest this with them, you can. But equally, if you don't want to, you don't have to. So again, this choice is 100% up to you. That's what I'm seeing here. And, again, there's love here. If you want it with the Lovers card, same thing again. But the Lovers is also about choices. So, this is the Garden of Eden. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied. But so, again, this choice is up to you. So love's there. They're going to come and present it to you almost on a plate. They're going to say, here it is. Here I am. Look at me. I've improved. Here's my love on a plate for you. Do you want to take this or leave it? And the answer is going to be 100% totally up to you.